Mid to upper 70s inland. Very warm, very muggy this morning, but it's also very quiet. Nothing going on. No rain out there to be concerned about. In fact, overall this week, our rain chances are kind of on the low side, about 30% each afternoon. So it's one of those weeks where most of us aren't going to see a raindrop, and that's okay. I mean, we're still 19 inches of rain above normal for the year in Tampa. I know there are other spots that are less, other spots that are more, but about 19 inches of rain above normal. Actually pretty mild throughout the southeast, finally getting back into the upper 60s from Charlotte to Atlanta, but everybody else in the 70s throughout the southeast this morning. This is really the only thing going on, okay? So at the very end of this old frontal boundary, and this happens quite frequently with these fronts, they sit out over the water and they start to weaken, but that energy can sometimes turn into something tropical or subtropical. So in this case, we do have a system which is trying to develop right now, and the Hurricane Center is calling it a potential tropical cyclone. And the reason is that the earlier they can get the advisories out, you know, the more information the folks can get along the coast and kind of get ready for this. But this should be a minor situation for the Carolinas. In fact, winds are sitting at about 50 miles per hour, but we're not seeing a low-level center in general develop here. It's just a lot of convection, especially off the northern side of this low. So until it gets that, again, that low-level center, this disorganization will keep it as a potential tropical cyclone. It's fine, doesn't matter. Whether this becomes a tropical storm or not is not going to make a difference, because it's not going to get much stronger than it is right now, because it's just going to move right on shore again in the next 10 to 12 hours. So this could become a tropical storm, or it could stay this potential tropical cyclone. Either way, 50-mile-per-hour winds along the coast, 30 inland with just some very heavy rain, and the potential for a little bit of flooding as well, especially anytime you get a tropical system. Even if it's a weak one moving on shore. Notice right on the border of North and South Carolina, a lot of rain, and eastern North Carolina as well. Other than that, it's pretty quiet in the tropics. Gordon's still hanging around out there doing nothing. So 90 degrees today, hot, humid, just a few isolated afternoon, a couple of evening storms as well. The rain chance overall 30%. Warm and muggy tonight with a low of 77, and then more heat with a low rain chance tomorrow and a high temperature of about 90 degrees. Looking at seas running a foot or less, so should be great boating this week with a water temperature about 87 degrees. High tide 108 this afternoon. Your next 7 days, pretty quiet week. I like that around here. I don't want to do a lot of work this week, okay, Elise? So rain chances 30% with a high near 90.
All right.